How many accounts of council did you find when you took over on the ground?
I can't remember.
Right. Will you be able to give us that information?
You can find it.
Good. Now, how many accounts do you maintain or create when you took over?
Did we create?
Yeah, open.
I'll have to find it.
We have to find out. Right. In the year 2023, because the mandate is between 2018 to 2023, do you know how many accounts you have maintained in council? Finance.
I'll have to confirm that.
Now, do you have an account specifically for revenue that you generate?
I think the CEO is best to answer, but
You-
I can just give my what
Why
I
would you
what I understand.
why would you think the CEO is the best to answer this question?
CEO is the accounting officer of council. He's responsible for that.
Yes, but you're the mayor of
Yes,
council.
he's the accounting officer. That's his responsibility.
No, that's the responsibility of the CEO, the finance director, the mayor, and council itself to know the finances of council and the accounts you maintain. Is that not the case?
That's not the case.
Okay. So the financial and accounting manual, you're familiar with it?
Yes.
Very well. It talks about the threshold. You're familiar with that?
Yes.
Okay. Have you kept during this period, have you had a threshold in relation to the finance of council, the approvals that have to be given?
The contracts committee has set out a threshold. The contracts committee and the finance committee are responsible for that. They've set up a threshold for the CEO of 500,000.
The contracts committee.
Yes.
The contracts committee cannot set up the threshold. It is the council that should do that.
No, the contracts committee and the finance committee recommend to the council resolves on the matter.
Okay, but when you said the contracts committee set up a threshold, it will suggest that the authority for expenditure was decided by the contracts committee. Now, this threshold, it is $500,000. Since when?
As far as I can remember.
And what is the what is the authority? Who has the authority to do what, and what is the clearance procedure in relation to this threshold that they set?
In all financial matters of the council, the CEO, the director of finance are responsible for executing the procurements, the expenses, and they are the ones that are answerable to the general body. The committees of the contracts committee, finance committee set up these thresholds because the council, as per the Finance Audit Act, has asked that the contracts committee be responsible for all procurements. The CEO is the chairperson of that committee. So when they have any procurements beyond the 500,000 threshold, they recommend to the general body for a vote on a resolution.
So what do you do as mayor? Do you play any role in relation to this financial threshold that was set up?
My role as mayor is to ensure that the structures are set to ensure that the procedure is being followed.
So you don't know whether monies are withdrawn or whether they are disbursed or whether expenditures are made. You would not know how much you
That
would
is not my mandate. The set body for that is the finance committee, the local government accounts committee, and the contracts committee, and they report to the general body.
Okay, I see it is really what so many mayors or chairmen believe, genuine or not. They will just discuss the financial and accounting manual for local government area councils on page 19, where you have authority for expenditure, section 305. You're familiar with this? Good. It requires that it says that the authority to incur expenditure is vested in council through budget approval. Do you have a copy or you need one?
So the set limits, like I said,
Let me just read this, please. It says the authority to incur expenditure is vested in council through budget approval. The finance director shall not make any payment nor accept any charge in his accounts unless authorized by the chief executive and in accordance with the monetary threshold approved by each council. As regard the monetary threshold, it should be noted that up to a given amount, the CEO can approve and incur expenditure without reference to the chairman or mayor of the council.
So what page, sorry?
Page 19, if you have the same. Okay, good. You will see 305 authority for expenditure. Do you see that?
Yes, I'm familiar with this clause. Like I said,
Let me just allow me just read, and then I will. You can. Yes. Now I will take it again. The authority to incur expenditure is vested in council through budget approval. The finance director shall not make any payment nor accept any charge in his accounts unless authorized by the chief executive and in accordance with the monetary thresholds approved by each council. As regards the monetary threshold, it should be noted that up to a given amount, the CEO can approve and incur expenditure without reference to the chairman or mayor of the council. Up to a certain amount, the CEO is required to consult and seek clearance from the chairman or mayor. Beyond a given amount, the CEO is required to refer such expenditure to council to seek approval. Are you familiar with this?
Yes, familiar with this.
What is your understanding?
This is policy or guideline, but the council at the end of the day has the final decision. The council resolves that all payments above 500,000 should be the mandate of the council. Below that should be the mandate of the CEO. We have a competent contracts committee with 3 subject matter specialists, and we have a finance committee with 3 subject matter specialists who are well equipped and very competent to ensure that this is done accordingly.
So you see this as a policy that you cannot or should not abide by if you want to?
No, it's a guideline, but the council can create better guidelines based on best practices.
So what did you create and what was your best practice?
Like I said, the contracts committee and the finance committee are charged with executing the financings of the council, and I think that is a better protection for the council than individuals.
Very well. Now, so the better policy that you have or guideline you have is that the mayor should stay away from this threshold and allow the CEO to focus on the administration.
Right. So when you go to the section, I believe it's the Local Government Act, the section of the Chief Executive Officer.
Yes.
I think it's section 42.
Right.
It states that the Chief Executive Officer is responsible and is answerable for all the finances of the council. So I think it would be contradictory for the mayor to be part of that process.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
Because the mayor is to hold the CEO through its membership in the General Council accountable. So it would be a conflict of roles. If I am both part of the process, I am to hold him accountable.
No, it is not. It is not. The law is very clear. The manual is to be followed. It's very clear that it is, in fact, the manual is what you should focus on in relation to the financial activities of council. So the act and the resolutions you pass in council must be in conformity with these regulations. So if you believe that you have a discretion to depart from the manual, then
the manual is a guideline. Right. The law is the Finance and Audit Act and the Local Government Act. Right. And I am in strong belief, actually, that the manual is in contradiction of the Local Government Act, which states that the CEO is responsible for all finances of the council, and the council should exercise oversight on the CEO. I cannot be both part of the administration and part of the council. That would be a contradiction. Now, let me read to you what the chapter 1 says with respect to the preamble. Of which document? The same document. It says manual? Yes, the same document. It says this manual is to be cited as the financial accounting manual, and it shall govern the budgeting, procurement, and financial accounting of the local government authorities in the Republic of the Gambia. It shall govern it. This manual has been prepared to provide accounting instructions which are suitable for the general application through local government authorities within the Gambia, and B, give detailed procedures for the guidance of officials on the operation of specific systems within individual authorities. These instructions contained in this manual are to be read in conjunction with the provisions of the Constitution, Acts of National Assembly, general orders, and financial regulations governing the operations of local government authorities within the Gambia. All offices concerned with the collection, disbursement, and safe custody of council's monies or other council property are required to observe these accounting instructions and the procedures laid down therein, which must be strictly followed. Failure to observe the instructions may lead to disciplinary actions being taken against offenders. You also think this is also a policy as well? Like I said, it's a guideline. No, I'm asking your opinion with respect to the preamble, whether you think what I have read that which is in the financial manual is to also. Please allow me to finish my question. I am asking, I have read the preamble to you. It requires that the manual be followed.
which does not give discretion to any authority. I am asking that you still believe that it council's resolutions override this if you choose to depart from this?
If a manual contravenes the Local Government Act, are we obliged not to follow that manual?
No, that's
Section 42 of the, Section 43 of the Local Government Act, functions of the CEO. The CEO is responsible for the day-to-day performance and executive administrative functions of the council and the implementation of all its decisions, supervise, monitor, coordinate activities of departments of all the council, and ensure accountability and transparency in the management and delivery of the council services, be the accounting officer of the council, be the custodian of documents and records of the council, and perform such other functions as required by the act or any other enactment. I think it is clear that the mayor cannot be part of the implementation of financial activities of the council, because the same mayor has to sit at the chair of the council and hold that very CEO accountable.
Now, the issue here is that the manual, do you have any other issue with respect to any other provision of this manual?
Say it again.
Do you have any query with respect to any other provision of this manual that you think you should not follow?
Not that has been brought to my attention.
So the one that you have a problem is with respect to the authority for expenditure.
Because that involves involving the mayor in an activity that would.
Why would you not want to know what is withdrawn from your accounts?
I know what is going on in the council through my competent council committees.
No, or the question is asked, why would you not want to know what is withdrawn from the accounts of council?
I know what is withdrawn through reports of the finance committee, government accounts committee.
Why would you not want to know when a CEO is withdrawing monies and the finance director, they are withdrawing monies from the accounts of council?
That is not my role. The day-to-day activities are the responsibility of the CEO. I am charged to lead the council to hold that CEO accountable.
So when this threshold is recommended and it's required that it has to be followed, do you think it is a bad precedent? It's a bad law.
It is a bad law unless otherwise the Local Government Act was reformed. During my first term as mayor in 2018 September, I led 6 other mayors to write a letter to the Ministry of Local Government asking that the Local Government Act be amended and reformed, because it does not make the mayor an executive and makes the CEO an executive.
Yes.
Madam Chair, if you allow, I can read that letter for the benefit of the commission.
May you present it so that we can admit it in evidence and we can discuss it?
Okay.
Yes, if you have the letter there,
yes,
you can present it and we will admit it as an exhibit.
Yes.
And then we will be in a position to discuss it.